Doesn't look quite pretty though, so what I'm going to do is have some fun. And you can follow along with me if you want, or you could end right now if you wanted as well. What I'm going to do is add some particles to it. And I'm adding it to a child. You can only add one particle system to an object. You can't add four, and what I want is four, one for each side. I'm going to add a particle system, and you'll see these purple squares here. If you see this purple, it means Unity can't render things properly. There's a problem. And that problem is that we have no material set. So we're just going to use the default particle. Selection outline. There we go. You can see these particles going along. But I do like this selection outline so that I can see where all of them sort of are. At some point, we'll probably change this emission, but I don't want the shape to be a cone. I want them emitted from an edge. Here we go. So it looks like it's going straight up, which isn't great. So we'll have to rotate this around the x-axis, it looks like. Aha. And we'll also have to make it bigger on that x-axis. And we don't need them lasting that long. Then it'd be pre-warm. If it happens in a loop, essentially pre-warm means that it starts halfway through the loop, or a bit of the way through the loop, so that it's not starting from nothing. And let's increase this. That doesn't look great. Start speed of 15. That looks better, but the size is still large, so let's cut the size down. Increase their maximum number of particles so we can have a lot more particles. Just for fun. If you're wondering where they're going, I imagine this is because they're being cut off by our invisible house. That's why as I move the camera around, you can sort of see them. And that's where the house is. Let's make this right at the edge. And white particles are fun, but let's change them a bit. Red and yellow. So it looks sort of like sparks, I guess. Maybe yellow and white would be better. All right. And let's just duplicate that. Twice more, I think. I'm going to use 180, and then 270. And we can get an overhead view. If that's where our house is, we've probably made this thing a little bit big. Start moving these things around. Maybe my scale needs to be a little larger on the x-axis. So I think I can get all of them and just do 2. 1.5. That overlaps a little. 1.25. I mean, at this point, I'm just eyeballing it, so it's not fantastic, but let's actually, let's increase the time it takes and see what happens. See how it looks. It's all right. We can play around with this a little more to our heart's content. Maybe cut off the particle systems a lot closer. I might do that now. Because these are all the same type of things. When we change one, if we basically just shift select them all, we can change them all at once. So what does this look like? That looks a little better. Oh, 5. We could even increase this by a lot. That looks better. And pretty cool. The particle system, it's called the Shoryuken. No, Ninja Star? Yeah. It has a really weird name, something like that. But it's really fun for adding particle effects to your games and making them a little more visually appealing rather than just sort of a static, oh look, a house appears, which is cool, but adding particle effects to it is even better.